Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple drawer. Now, I use these drawers in my shop and in most pieces of furniture that I make. Now they're easy to make, they don't require special tools or special joinery. I use my table saw and my router table to make these. But you can get by just using your table saw if you want to. I use 1/2 inch plywood for all the sides and 3/16 inch plywood for the bottom. Alright, now I'm going to be putting these drawers in my router table. Now, the first thing you want to do, of course, is measure where they're going to go. Now, my depth here, I've got 21 inches, so I'm just going to make them 16 inches and use 16-inch slides. Now, my height, I've got 7 inches. I'm just going to make mine 5.5 inches tall. Now, my width, I've got 8 3/16 here. But for this demonstration, to make it easier on you, I'm just going to say 8 inches. Now I have to figure out what we're going to cut our sides. Now we already said that our drawer is going to be 5.5 inches tall. Now our left and right sides are going to be 16 inches because our drawer is going to be 16 inches deep. Now for our front and back, we're going to do a little math. Now we know our opening is 8 inches overall. I'm going to be using 1/2 inch slides. And I'm going to be putting a rabbet in each 16-inch side. That's going to leave me with 1/4 inch. Now what I mean by that, here's one of our sides, and our front's going to come into this rabbet just like so, and it's going to be leaving a 1/2 inch. I'm sorry, 1/4 inch right here. So that's this 1/4 inch in red here. So we have our 8 inch opening, minus 2 1/2 inch slides, minus 2 1/4 inch rabbets, which is 1.5 inches. So 8 minus 1.5 inches is 6.5. So we're going to be cutting our backs 6.5 inches by 5.5 inches. Now that I have all my sides cut, I'm going to go over to the table saw and make my dado in the bottom of all my sides. Now I'm going to set my saw blade, the height, to about half the thickness of my plywood, and in my case that's almost 1/4 inch. Now I want my dado to be 3/8 of an inch up from the bottom of my sides, so I'm going to set my fence to 3/8 of an inch. Now since I'm using 3/16 inch plywood, I'm going to have to make 2 passes since my saw blade is only 1/8 of an inch. But on my first pass, my fence is going to be set at 3/8 of an inch to leave this right here in the bottom. Alright, now I'm going to move my fence just a little bit away from the blade to widen this dado. And make another pass. Then I'm going to take my 3/16 inch plywood I'm using for my bottom and see if I can fit it in this dado. Not quite, so I'm going to move my fence just a little bit more. Alright, now once I get a good, easy fit, I'm going to make the cut on the rest of my sides. Now I'm going to head over to the router table, and with a rabbeting bit, I'm going to cut this rabbet in the 16-inch sides. Now I want to set the height of my bit to leave exactly 1/4 inch in this side here. And I'm going to set my fence to where when I put my front on, it leaves it flush right here. Nice and flush. Now since it's 1/2 inch, I'm going to make 2 passes to make this 1/2 inch rabbet. Alright, now we have to find our dimensions to cut our bottoms. Now the dado that I cut for the bottom to slide into, mine is 3/16 of an inch deep. Now, this really isn't very difficult. For one dimension, you can take the length of your front and backs and subtract 1/16 from it, because I don't like to cut them too tight. I always cut them about 1/16 shy of what the actual dimension is. So 1/16 shorter than the front and the backs, and then you can measure on your sides from dado to dado. So that's going to be from the inside of your dado here to inside of your other dado here. Measure that, and then you're going to add the depth of both of your dados, which mine is 3/16, and both of those are going to be 3/8. So I'm going to add 3/8 of an inch to this dimension here, and then subtract 1/16, and that's going to give me the dimensions for my bottoms. Alright, now all that's left is just to assemble them. Now I'm using my brad nailer with 5/8 inch brad nails in it, and of course I'm gluing it. store my extra glue under my workbench. Now the last thing to do is just square it up. Be sure it's square. Well, it's not very square. That's it. Easy as that. I got a good dependable drawer. Well, I'd like to thank you all for watching my video. Hope you enjoy these drawers. And if you like my videos, please subscribe and go check out my channel for more of my videos. Thank y'all and God bless.